Hi guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Niladri Mukherjee and I am a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. I practice here in Guelph, Ontario. So what are the key important things that an immigration consultant cannot do for you? In other words, if you are to hire an immigration consultant, you must and should understand that these are the very important things that you may think that a consultant can help you out with, but otherwise neither he is allowed to nor he is capable of. First and foremost, an immigration consultant, a regulated Canadian immigration consultant or an immigration lawyer for that matter, cannot help you with a Canadian job offer or any job offer for that matter. This is the biggest myth of this industry, and I personally get a lot of queries that can you please help me with a job offer in AIPP or any other programs. The short answer is no. Immigration consulting by law is a differently regulated profession as compared to a recruitment consulting work, right? Recruitment consultant can help you to find out the right employer free of cost. They should not charge you any money because the recruitment consultants are being remunerated by the employers. So in other words, an immigration consultant cannot legally help you with a job offer here in Canada. Secondly, and regulated Canadian immigration consultant or again an immigration lawyer for that matter cannot guarantee your immigration. Again, this is a very common myth that if you work with an RCIC, your immigration will almost be guaranteed. No, it is not. Nobody in this world is legally allowed to give you any sort of guarantee, warranty, assurance, etc. that your immigration will be guaranteed, that you will like 100% make it to Canada. It does not work like that. It is illegal. It is unlawful to give any sort of guarantees when it comes to the Canadian immigration system. Thirdly, an immigration consultant cannot really make you immigrated to Canada by magic or by whatever way if you are not otherwise eligible for, right? So again, this is a very common myth that, well, I have paid a lot of money to this consultant, that consultant, they haven't helped me. Will you be able to help me? The first and foremost thing is for you to understand and do this kind of evaluation yourself. Use a lot of freely available online sources if you do not want to come for consultations on day one, to understand whether you are actually eligible under any of those immigration programs. Ours is a system which is very, very transparent. The government of Canada gives you a lot of information for free to get a basic understanding about Canadian immigration. So go for those things, right? Like watch out YouTube videos and go for the government of Canada websites and do that basic evaluation yourself as a first step to see if you are actually qualified. If you think you are qualified, then it makes sense to come for a consultation. But literally, an immigration consultant cannot do some kind of magic to make you immigrated to Canada if you are not otherwise qualified for. So then you can ask me questions in what an immigration consultant can really do. You have to understand that when we became immigration consultant, what we studied was Canadian immigration law and the Canadian immigration regulations, Immigration Refugee Protection Act of 2002 and the regulations along with a lot of case laws. So by nature, we understand how the legal system of immigration work. And by legal, I do not necessarily mean that you have to go to court to hire an immigration consultant, for example, right? If you talk about express entry system, if you talk about visit visa, if you talk about study visa or anything, all these are being determined, all these are being governed by the fundamental premise of everything is the Immigration Refugee Protection Act and the regulations. Without understanding the law, without understanding the regulations, you really cannot be able to do anything much about it. So this is exactly where a consultant comes handy. We understand the law, we understand the regulations, and hence somebody that is qualified will be able to guide you in the right direction, to be able to help you in the right direction, and also to do work for you. Another important thing that I personally think is one of the characteristics of an immigration consultant is the writing ability, right? As an immigration consultant, you do have to write a lot of letters, a lot of submission letter, a very good explanation letter citing the relevant sections of the laws, relevant sections of the regulations. So if somebody has that writing ability, that really helps with an immigration consultant, being an immigration consultant, right? So submitting a perfectly made explanation letter, submitting a properly made letter of explanation by literally knowing how to include the case laws to make those letters stronger, how to submit proper explanation documents, how to submit a completed application. These are the attributes of an immigration consultant, in my opinion. I hope this video helps. If you need my professional assistance, you may kindly visit www.nuvonation.ca and hop onto the professional consultation tab, understand how it works, and send us an email, contact@nuvonation.ca. Shall be glad to connect. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video, guys. Bye now. Take care. Cheers.